everybody. KC0VII Tom here. Got some sad news this morning. Little Belle, or Mrs. Crawley, whatever she went by at the moment she felt like it, crossed the Rainbow Bridge this morning. That's why this video is a little late coming out. About 3 weeks ago, she came down with an infection in her uterus, and between the local vet and another vet office that was recommended, they thought they had her, but she was not recovering fully. And we also found out that she had some other problems. It looked like we had some kidney problems starting to set in. They found a lump in her lung and another one on her gallbladder. Make sure I get the right organ. And along with, she always had this heart murmur the last few years, and it was worse due to the infection. And also her heart was a little enlarged. So a combination of all that, she was a fighter to the very end. She was not in pain. I can tell you that because you've been with a dog for so long, you know when they're not feeling well and what the problem is. Belle came into my life May of 2011. She was from a outfit out of Iowa Falls area. She was the only little puppy in that litter they had at that time, and that's when they decided they were too old. The couple that were running the place were shutting it down. A little encouragement from their children. Picked her up, came up here, and if you ever had a Sheltie, Shelties are a one-person dog. If you got a family and you want to have a family dog, do not get a Sheltie. That's not what they're for. And she picked me as her person, and for the first couple of years, she would not associate with Joyce, my late wife. We'd sit on the couch at night to have a beer and watch TV, and she'd get between us and just show her teeth at Joyce. It wasn't like the third year we had her that she finally, realized, okay, this lady's hanging around, I can't get rid of her. Then here at the business, she would always go on to lures with either Joyce or I. And when it came time when the parade or something was going downtown, she rode in the golf cart with us, and she rode in the car in the center console. To her, she wasn't a dog, she was a person. But Shelties are notorious for picking one person, and that person is it. The two big dogs we had before Abby was the other Sheltie were Border Collies, or a mix of Border Collies. They are a kid's dog, they're a family dog. Brian was Black Lab and Border Collie. They're not quite sure because there's also a American Eskimo running around there too. But that dog knew its job was to protect the kids and Joyce. And I had to be careful every once in a while if Joyce and I were having an argument. That dog would sneak around, bite me in the rear end. I mean, he knew what his job was. He took it a little too far. BJ, the other dog we had, he was more Border Collie than anything else. And he was a good kid's dog. Again, he didn't think he was a dog because he had 5 people working with him all the time, and he was a very intelligent dog, and he knew how to melt people's hearts. So I want to say a big thank you to the Cedar Valley Vet Clinic here in St. Ansgar, Dr. Dirtz and her staff, along with Spring Valley Veterinarian Clinic, Dr. Moss, I believe it was, Amy, and her staff. The two teams worked together to try to figure out a course, identify what her problems were, and a course of correction, and it was just too much for her. As of today, she would have been 13 years old, 11 months, and we'll just say that. She was real close to being 14. November 21st of 2010 was her birthday when she was born. What's going to happen to me? Mentally, this set me back big time. I was feeling very good after the class reunion a few weeks ago. The class reunion was right at the start of her problems. And I was kind of considering not going due to her and some other mental problems, but I did go to the reunion. I took her along to the hotel room. She was very good. And I came out of there feeling unbelievably high. I mean, people at work asked me, what happened? What type of class reunion was this? I was top of my world. Her pattern in this is just the same as Joyce, TLJ's, sudden illness, surgery, and just never recovered from the surgery in the recovery stage. So mentally, that messed me up pretty bad. I was having flashbacks, I was having nightmares. This has set me back quite a far. I'm gonna have to reevaluate everything, figure out what to do. The channel may go dark for a little bit, may not. It just depends on what happens. I got to figure out what's going on. I know TLJ would not want me to stop the channel. I know Little Doggy wants to still be in the channel and keep it going. if you're not quite understand what's this about, you never had a pet. Well, and if you do have a pet, they're not a pet. They're part of the family. Oh, umpteen years ago when I was driving a beer truck, one of those places where I was at a stop at was a little bar down in Adams, Minnesota. And it was quite comical because every morning this farmer would come into the town, get the mail on the way out. He would stop at the liquor store bar and to get a beer. And he had this pickup truck, and in the back of the truck was this dog. This dog was a mutt. It was big. It looked like it was German Shepherd along with St. Bernard maybe. And it was not a purebred. Yeah, far from a purebred. It had a lot of breeds in them. And we'd be delivering, and people would walk by the truck, and the dog would just sit there and, The dog was not friendly to anybody. Till I come walking by with, going into the bar, and that dog started wagging his tail. I reached out, it sniffed me, and it allowed me to pet him. And our little friendship, every week when we were down at that little bar, doing our deliveries, he was always waiting. As soon as he saw the truck in, he knew I was there. It really helped to stop before, is I bought a Slim Jim to feed him a Slim Jim when we were there delivering. One day the farmer saw us through the window, and when we came in, settled up on the ticket, and get everything squared away, he came over and introduced himself, and he goes, that dog doesn't like people. Like, I went, yeah, I noticed he doesn't like a lot of people. He goes, he took a shining to you. He goes, one thing I've learned is somebody doesn't like a dog, you want to be careful around them. If there's somebody the dog doesn't like, don't even go near them. 7-3, everybody. Take care. Be sure to tell your friends, neighbors, other hams. Subscribe, hit that bell to get notification when new videos come out. Add comments below. 7-3, everybody. Where you going? Come on. Come on. That's not your yard. Get over here. Come on. Your own yard. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. That's probably you from earlier. Come on. Get going. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.